mean that, family. Our youths, our young ones, our children, we need them, redeem them, and clean them. You see them, or else the enemy will come and scheme them. Family. I mean that, family. Education for the nation that's full of salvation, biology, astronomy, and African theology, geography. Family. I love that, family. Whatever the age or the stage, that youth will be engaged with tutorials, activities, and videos from the studios of the Priest Isaac Institute of Holistic Knowledge. Family.
The International Homeschool program is designed and recommended for all ages. The psychological state of our children is very important, especially in the environment that most of us live in. The International Homeschool program provides online classes, activities, and videos that are fun for the youth and edifies them of their African heritage as well as the higher sciences. To enroll your family today, visit www.priestisaacinstitute.com, go to the main website, and search for Youth Corner. Or you can email priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com for a course sample. Give thanks.
Have you heard of Archeoastronomy? I am the Honorable Priest Isaac, and I am certified in the field of Archeoastronomy. Do you want to learn Archeoastronomy? Well, book your ticket today and join me in the Caribbean in the island of Antigua for 9 days and nights, 7 of which will be in the classroom studying and in the field researching on Greencastle Hill, Mount Anu, the Stonehenge of the Caribbean. This is a studycation. You will visit the beach, experience the Rastafari camps, yoga, vegan food, and much more. For more information, visit priestisaacinstitute.com or email us at priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Oh, blessed love, royal family. Give thanks for your presence with us. Of course, we glorify the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Welcome to another edition of the Tiger's Nest, the Honorable Priest Isaac here with you, definitely giving you the energy and the vibe. We're talking about Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. Royal family, we have a beautiful edition of the Tiger's Nest this evening. We are definitely going to go into some numerology with you. And of course, when we talk about numerology, we're not talking about, no offense to no one, but we're not talking about the kindergarten numerology now. I mean, some people, no offense to no one again, they will tell you, when were you born? Well, I was born on the 23rd of February. Oh, February. So February is the second month. And 2 and 3 is 5. And all of these different things. And yes, I understand the sphere of time that you are in and the relationship to whatever calendar, whatever day, whatever numbering system is being used. All of that I could understand if you consider that. But numerology is deeper than that. Yes, numerology is a system, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than Sunday is the first day and Monday is the second day. All of that is deep, but it's deeper than that. You understand? But I'm going to go into the depths of that this evening, and we're going to be speaking specifically of a number that is connected to the churchical order of the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. That is why we speak of the number 7. That is why we speak of the number 5. That is why we highlight the number 3. All of these are important numbers. The number 9, the number 13, the number 21. All of these numbers, 17 and 14, these are some key numbers. Yeah. So which number are we going to speak about tonight? We're going to speak about the number 84. 84. You're gone so far? Yeah, that ain't far. 108. We speak about 108. What about 140 and 4? What about 70 and 2? All of these are key numbers. 30 and 3. Anytime you see the number double, 55, 44, I'm telling you, it is a serious science. Don't even run from 666. As they say, that's the talent of gold that Sheba brought to the great King Solomon, and of course the carbon atom and protons, neutrons, and electrons, the building block of the man. Count the number of the beast, the number of the man. So numerology is a deep science. That is why there are 80 plus books in the Ethiopian Bible, and there are 60 and 6 in the same King James that most of us highlight. So family, this is going to be a deep science. And I said the number 80 and 4, the celestial number, by the way, yeah. The celestial astronomical number 84. We're gonna see how it's directly connected to the order of the Black Christ, the Honorable King Emmanuel, Charles Edwards. So yes, family, we're going to have a wonderful program. This setting, a beautiful vibration. Give thanks to the Christ Mass. And of course, many ones within the order of the Bobo Shanti know that we're talking about coming up the 7th of February, talking about a brand new year. Bobo Shanti meditation we're speaking of. And at the same time, the Lenten period, for those who do not know, will be beginning on the 14th day of February. So you better fortify yourself as it relates to that. In fact, speaking of fortifying yourself, let me give you some information that I'm sure many people will be definitely happy to hear. The prosperity. Let me ask you, first of all, how many of you literally would have purchased your prosperity? Now, listen, let me be clear here. In fact, let me give you the ad first, and then we talk about what's going on with prosperity. Have you ever heard of prosperity? You've never heard of.
Prosperity is a herbal remedy that has been naturally designed to nourish the prostate gland. Prosperity uses a combination of leaves, roots, and barks to create a tincture designed to nourish your prostate gland. It also will assist in prostate-related issues such as erectile dysfunction, swollen prostates, and problems related to the passage of urine. Call or WhatsApp 728-8289, 728-8289 and get your bottle today. Prosperity.
And the thing is,
prosperity is a herbal remedy that has been naturally designed to nourish the prostate gland. Prosperity uses a combination of leaves, roots, and barks to create a tincture designed to nourish your prostate gland. It also will assist in prostate-related issues such as erectile dysfunction, swollen prostates, and problems related to the passage of urine. Call or WhatsApp 728-8289, 728-8289 and get your bottle today. Prosperity.
I guess if it's nice to just do it twice, and I think something like that just took place a moment ago. But of course, the prosperity, well, I mean, everything was just said there, self-explanatory as such. And of course, let me highlight for sure, the prosperity is a product, again, prepared by the beautiful people at the Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center in St. Lucia. And let me just stop there for a moment. That alone, clearly, that speaks for itself. The product itself produced by the Honorable Priest Kailash Leonce. We're talking about Great Physician International. The prosperity itself in Antigua. I'm going to speak about Antigua now. I cannot speak about St. Lucia. But in Antigua, you cannot, listen to me, you cannot have enough prosperity. I would say that we would have launched a serious promotional campaign for the last, for the previous 3 or so, no, 2 years, previous 2 years. Of course, the prosperity is a product we would have always marketed, but the previous 2 years, we would have definitely intensified the promotion and the marketing and the sales of the prosperity. The prosperity is a household name right now in Antigua. In fact, just today, we approached a major supermarket right here in Antigua as it relates to the prosperity. And the pharmacist was saying they have some prostate medicine on the shelf here and nobody's interested at all. You understand? But you see, this is the reality. We all know how it goes with the pharmaceutical stuff. And those of us that are brothers, even sisters, but brothers, we got to be serious about our prostatic health. You understand? You know, I mean, let's be straight here. Be straight. That's a good, I like that one. Let's be straight here. No, I'm serious. I like that. Let's be straight here. The product that has been produced by the Honorable Priest Kailash and the Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center is a product that works. It is a product that does exactly what it says. Many brothers are suffering, fighting with erectile dysfunction. If you don't know what that means, it means that nothing going on. It means that there's no obelisk in the house. And the Tekken, the Tekken, you know, the Tekken is the represents the phallic. A phallic is really an erect penis. It got to be erect to be a phallic. You understand? So the Greek statues with the little stuff sagging down, those are not phallics. You know, those are just some peepees. But the phallic is a hard, stone, erected penis filled with the rich blood that has the ability to pass through the veins and arteries. You know, some of us, we just go and try some pill and try some injection and try all sorts of stuff that damages us. We don't even take the time to understand the science of the male reproductive system, the science of the urinary tract, the science of what really happens when you ejaculate and when you get a strong erection. You understand? So in addition to all the great products that the Great Physician International has, I'm talking about the dewormer, the laxative, the Colax, the blood detoxifier, the fertility, which is a womb cleanser, and all the male and the female package, and all the different products that have been produced. The answer, which is really the cure for the cancer, which really fortifies the immune system. All of these products, mighty products, of pure gold for the circulation of the blood. I mean, all of these products, mighty products, and then now the prosperity, which is for the prostate. Many brothers, whether you think you have issues or not, many ones have issues creeping up on them. And this is not a product just for issues, you know. That is not how natural medicine goes. It's to keep you healthy. You understand? It is to keep you well. So this is why we are having a special on the prosperity, even at this time. If an individual purchases 5 prosperities, listen to me good. If an individual purchases 5 prosperities, they will get the 6th one absolutely free. Now, of course, you know, I can hear, even though I'm on the air, someone is saying, so why on earth would I want 5 prosperity? I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Now, first of all, maybe you don't know, so let your brother teach you. First of all, nobody. I'm an expert in this right now. No one buys 1 prosperity. I mean, if you don't know, that means you've never really tried it, the prosperity. You see what I'm saying? No one buys 1 prosperity. I'm telling you, you have any issues with your prostatic health, whether it's an inflamed prostate, whether it's swollen prostate, whether it's problem with urination and you got to get up 50 times in the night. No exaggeration, fellas, tell me these things, 50 times in the night. Or whether you're standing over the toilet and it feels like you want to pee, but nothing's coming out, and then you get a little bing, 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 few drips. The prosperity. It has been designed for that. You understand? You ever hear them say, get double your money back? Well, we don't do that around here. But trust me, if we did it, nobody could even have the nerve to even ask for nothing back. I'm sure I could call 10 customers that would come for you and skin you alive and say, hey, which money back? Yo, this is the best product that is out there for the health of the man when it comes to their prostate. You understand? So if you're serious about your prostate, listen, if you're serious about your sexual health, straight up, the prosperity is the thing for you. And I'm saying that once you know for sure that you've been to the doctor, you know that you have a little issue. You're not taking no one prosperity. You understand? Positive. So when you hear us say it's because we understand exactly what is taking place, that if you get 5 of the prosperity, purchase the 5, you get the 6th one. No, obviously you don't have to purchase 5. That is up to you. You should purchase at least 1 and definitely get yourself fortified as it relates to your prostatic health. Yes, we're talking about the prosperity once again. Just highlight that for the royal family. And hey, sisters, hey, listen, if the brothers ain't moving, trust me, you personally, for your own benefit, you should move. And believe me, the prosperity is for you too. You will be well satisfied with the purchase that you make. Believe, yeah.
Prosperity is a herbal remedy that has been naturally designed to nourish the prostate gland. Prosperity uses a combination of leaves, roots, and barks to create a tincture designed to nourish your prostate gland. It also will assist in prostate-related issues such as erectile dysfunction, swollen prostates, and problems related to the passage of urine. Call or WhatsApp 728-8289, 728-8289 and get your bottle today. Prosperity.
And of course, family, definitely you could visit the website. We're talking about priestisaacinstitute.com, priestisaacinstitute.com, where you could definitely make your purchase right there online. And of course, definitely take advantage of all the offers that we have even available for you. Again, priestisaacinstitute.com. The link should be in the description below the video. The link should be in the description just below the video, and you go forward and you press that link. Now, the whole science of this evening, I just wanted to speak for a moment about the number 84 and give thanks for this special edition of the Tiger's Nest radio program, Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. Now, again, as I said earlier, many ones would hear about, the number 3, the number 1, numbers in general, number 0. 0 is the first number. All of these numbers have their own vibration and energy and frequency. And yes, they're those that stand out, the 7, the 8, the 9. I'm sure you've heard the story about 7, 8, 9. 7 literally went an 8 up 9. Yeah, but these are deep vibes. The 7, 8, 9 is some heavy vibes. You understand? But again, the number 8 within itself, 8 is the infinite number. That's why you put it on its side. It's the symbol of infinity and the 4 winds of the earth. And of course, those of you who study even the science of Noble Jew Ali, you understand the importance of these numbers and the cipher and born, God, and build and destroy, and the different meanings that are given to these digits that we call numbers. 1 digit can be a number as such, and specific numbers are made up of several digits, like 84. You have 2 digits here, an 8 and a 4. So obviously, family, just in case many of us, not aware, numbers have vibration. Numbers have energy. Numbers have a sense of function amongst us. Many of us, because maybe we've been whipped so hard, we're afraid of anything that seems to be intelligence. And so, oh, Babylon make up number. God never count no number in these things. Where anyone outside of the figure 2, and even the figure 8, and the figure 7, and the figure, if you notice, I'm using the term figure now, not number. Outside of the figure 3 and the figure 0, you don't need a figure to understand that there is the existence of measurement, of motion, of repetition, of time. When I say time, I don't necessarily mean 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, but time, motion, here to there, degrees and angles. Yeah. You may put it in meters and feet and miles, but it's moving. Light years. So all of this is numbers, not necessarily the figures, but the figures we utilize for us to comprehend the depths of the numerology behind the figures. This is why in the figures world, it's important to teach the young ones that the figures or numbers begin from 0. You figure. I'm sure you do. Now, as an astronomer, we have learned that the number 84 is the celestial number. It is the cosmic number, more so as an ancient astronomer. Astrology kind of try to play with it, but because, you know, it's a little bit off the, you understand, run into the wall sometime. But in reality, what we have is that, remember, that there are 88 known constellations in the heavens. Follow me, family. What are we talking about tonight? We're talking about the number 84. We're talking about King Emmanuel Charles Edward's order, specifically the order of the tabernacle, specifically the order of the altar, the number 7, the number 5, the number 84. So the 84 regular constellations as such. No, you just said 88. I know, I said there are 88 known constellations, but they have 84, just to use the term, regular constellations. That's not what they're called. But there are 84 constellations that, of course, they are high constellations. But the reason why they're separated is because depending on what age you are in, the sun will be occupying at the specific change of the seasons a specific constellation in the zodiac belt. So in other words, it's all right, I will explain. So in other words, as we are in what many consider the Pisces age, at the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere, which is the spring equinox, the 21st day of March, the sun will be seated on the throne that is represented by the fishes, or the fish, pardon the grammar, Pisces. Good. Well, the Bible says fishes, eh? Yeah, but somehow English today says fish. Good. So on the 21st of December, the sun will be seated in the constellation that is known as Sagittarius, the Archer. And then, of course, you have on the 21st of September, another equinox there, which is the fall equinox, but it's spring in the southern hemisphere. You have the sun in the constellation of Virgo. And then, of course, on the 21st day of June, which is what is known as summer. You have the sun at its most northern part of the constellations, known as the zodiac belt constellation. It will be in the constellation of Gemini. So give thanks, let me say a blessed evening to all my students who have enrolled in our ancient astronomy course, because this is easy stuff here, what I'm saying here to those enrolled in the ancient astronomy course. In fact, they even know where we're going from here. Because what I'm saying now, family, this is a part of astrotheology. You read in your Bible about the thrones of God. In fact, you read in ancient Kemet, the book of Gates, and some of the ancient texts, the pyramid text, speaks of Ra moving from one throne to the other throne. Ra, of course, is the sun. So the sun has thrones in the heavens where it can move from one to the other. And the four cardinals, which is the east, west, north, and south, represents four thrones as well. And celestially, you have the four constellations that represents these four seasons, which are the spring, autumn, winter, and summer. But we prefer to say the spring equinox, the fall equinox, the summer solstice, and the winter solstice. And these four periods are represented by a constellation each. Now, depending on the age, the constellations will change, but it's always four constellations. It's always four thrones. Whatever age it is, it could be the age of Taurus, it could be the age of Leo, it could be the age of Aquarius. It's not the age that matters. What matters is at any given time, the sun will occupy its power at the equinox and at the solstices, equinoxes and solstices, of four specific constellations of the zodiac belt. That's all. That's all. So these four power points of the year, the sun occupies these four constellations. Not the others, just these four. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. The 88 constellations that are recognized in the heavens. And of course, you have the zodiac belt constellations with, some considered to be 12. And at the spring, fall equinox, the sun is in the fish, the sun is in Virgo, respectively. And in the summer and the winter solstice, the sun is in Gemini and in Sagittarius, respectively. Right now, we're talking about the four thrones that the sun rules on. That's astronomy that becomes theology. That's all. So Ra has four thrones sitting on. That's it. And that represents four constellations out of the 88. So if you take 4 from 88, what do you get? 84. And that's one of the reasons that the number 84 is considered this celestial number. That is one of the reasons why the number 84 is considered this ancient astronomical number. You got to be with me, eh? That's one of the reasons why the number 84 is connected specifically with the stars. Because again, there are 84 free constellations as such at any given time in the heavens. Now, family, it is deep when we get into some of the different sciences that is around us. Those who are just coming in, welcome to the Tiger's Nest. And remember, if you are not a subscriber of the Tiger's Nest, it's a very simple thing to do. all you got to do is contact us and let us know. I'd like to be a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest. And you may be saying, so what does that do? Well, you see, the thing is now, when you become a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest, for sure, you will never, miss another episode again. That is very important. Okay, very good. So again, the number 84 is considered to be, a natural number, a semi-perfect number. All of these titles are given to the number 84. Now, what is known as the hepterac, listen to this good, is a 7-dimensional hypercube. The hepterac is a 7-dimensional, like you have the different dimensions. First dimension, second dimension, the third dimension. So we're speaking dimensionally here. So the hepterac is a 7. Check that number good. Is a 7, because we're going to be getting into some 7s in a moment. Judgment in a row. A 7-dimensional hypercube with 84. 84. Interesting. Pentarac, 5 faces. So we see the number 7, see the number 5, and we see the faces, and we see the number 84. Hepterac, you can look it up, anyone, and those of you who are versed in mathematics. So within, the whole vibration now, we understand that we are dealing with some depths of science when it comes to the number 84. Do you know, those of you who study religion, that the number of years in what is known as the insular Latercus is actually a cycle used by the Celtic or Celtic people, which has to do with the Easter, the coming forth of Easter. Well, this is considered to be 84 years to fulfill that. Now, that's a very serious science. Now, let me just explain that it is obviously something that would have gone through the different councils, even from the Nicene Council, the same Council of Ephesus, the Council of Chaldean, and some other councils where they had the argument over the divinity of the Christ, over scripture, and even over the whole cycle of the Easter. So it is the Latercus cycle, which is considered to be the longest of the cycles. And it is a lunar cycle which is said to last exactly 84 years. Because Easter doesn't really fall on the same day every year, and Good Friday and all of that. You know that. Unlike other things, because it's a lunar cycle. It's not necessarily a solar cycle. No need to argue over that point. It's a lunar cycle. It's not necessarily a solar cycle, So the Latercus cycle is 84 years. So I'm just highlighting all of these aspects of the 84. This is just knowledge, eh? This is not religion. This is not belief. It's just knowledge. Although it's theology that brought out that cycle, but still, it's just knowledge. It's geometry also that we are highlighting here. And obviously, we are also highlighting even astronomy. Now, again, so you see the 84. The number 84 in astronomy, the number 84 in geometry, the number 84 even in the lunar cycle, and the so-called East star is a very important time. As we said, the Eastern Star And as we highlighted, even the coming forth of the Lenten period right now. Now again, the 84, again, is the number of the celestial sphere. The 88 constellations, the 4 constellations that the sun occupies in any age, and the 84 regular, 84 free ones. Remember that when you read the Bible on the altar of God, there are stars, 7 stars. Now we have to understand the importance of stars when it comes to salvation. Someone's get very intimidated when I say in ancient time, you cannot be no priest unless you can read the stars, and get intimidated, like they feel I'm saying something like, what are you trying to say? I ain't trying to say nothing. But what I know, anyone that's a scholar knows that a high priest must be able to read the stars. Come on, I mean, I'm not making that up. And that's just reality. And it's not just to be able to say twinkle, twinkle, little stars, but to be able to take the mathematics of it and bring it to reality. Bring it to the children, put the food in the reach of the children. As you obviously see how we take the star, how we take astronomy and bring it to reality and bring it to history and show you it clear as crystal. King Emmanuel, Charles Edward, Haile Selassie I, reality, Marcus Garvey, Empress Many, everything highlighted in the celestial sphere. For those who would have missed these episodes, they're all there on the YouTube channel. Now, what is interesting again about the tabernacle order of Honorable King Emmanuel, the altar order of Honorable King Emmanuel, is that the 84 is stamped right there. And remember, the 84 has to do with the stars. Remember, Zadok is stars. Zadok, zodiac. I know people say zodiac comes from the word zoo because they were animals and all of that stuff. I mean, I get you. But zodiac is the stars. Melchizedek, Melchizedek, Melchizedek is Zadok. Zadok is the high priest. You read the Bible, you read of Zadok. Zadok is priest. It literally means priest. They're priest named Zadok, but Zadok really is a title priest. Melchizedek, the highest of the priest. Zodiac, and of course Melchizedek, like Enoch, would have been able to understand the movements of the heavens. Enoch, for sure, is an ancient astronomer. So I'm just highlighting that the whole science of the heavens, the whole science of the stars, the whole science of the constellations is a reality. And this is why in the Bible again now, it highlights that on the altar of the Most High, there are 7 stars. In the right hand of God, 7 flaming candlesticks on the altar. Basically, it's the same thing. It represents as well the 7 priests upon the altar. No, I know ones are going to say, no, it's the 7 churches and all of that. It represents that too. It represents the 7th spirit of the Most High as well. These things are dimensional, family. 7-dimensional, 9-dimensional. There are different dimensions to these things. We don't have to argue over these things. I'm saying that the 7 candlesticks, flaming golden candlesticks on the altar, represents the 7 priests. And it is the same 7 what? Stars. The 7 stars that are in the right hand of the Most High, of the Christ figure, stars. So the same stars are the stars upon the altar. We are stars. That's why we're sons and daughters, you know, brothers and stars. A sister, because she's a star, sister. Sons and daughters. Very good. Now, when one observe, and we're going to go through this quickly, I want you to just hold tight and get this good, eh? 7 priests upon the altar of Honorable King Emmanuel. Now, if you observe like a standard service where there are 7 hymns and 7 psalms, please follow me. You have 7 hymns and you have 7 psalms. This is very important, family. And 7 priests. Each priest gets a hymn. Each priest gets a psalm. Simple thing. Now, what it is, it's interesting how the order of King Emmanuel goes, as I always say. The second goes first. The second goes first. You see it in many things, like the banners. You have the red, black, and green, and the red, gold, and green. Now, the red, gold, and green is the first banner, but the red, black, and green rise first. The second goes first. You know, if you look at the drums, the kete, funde, and bass, the order says that the bass is the original sound. You know, the bass is the original sound. The one, boom. That's the original sound. Even before the bang. But when we play the music, it's the goes first, then the boom coming second, although it's the first sound. And the order of Melchizedek. When the service begins, of course, the leading priest, that's the first priest, the leading priest, carry out the creed and everything, but it's the second priest that writes the first hymn. You need to understand what I'm saying here, family. This is very important. You're going to do some maths here. Hope you have your pen and your pad. So the second priest, and I'm not going to really keep going over and over, so you may have to listen to it again. The second priest is the one that writes the first hymn. So which hymn this first priest writes? Well, the first priest will write the 7th hymn, because the second priest will write the first hymn, the third priest will write the second hymn, the 4th priest will write the 3rd hymn, the 5th priest will write the 4th hymn, the 6th priest will write the 5th hymn, the 6th priest, the 7th priest, pardon me, will write the 6th hymn, and the first priest, leading priest, will rise the sealing hymn, which will be the 7th hymn. So the first priest don't start the service with the first hymn. The hymn starts the service, but it's the second priest that does that. It's an interesting thing. The first psalm is read by the first priest. The second psalm is read by the second priest. The third psalm is read by the third priest. The 4th psalm is read by the 4th priest, etc., etc. So every priest in their order reads the psalm in its order. First psalm, first priest. Second psalm, second priest. You get that. But first priest is the 7th hymn. Second priest is the first hymn. Third priest is the second hymn, and 4th priest is the 5th, the 3rd hymn, pardon me, and the 5th priest is the 4th hymn, etc. So you get that. I hope you get that. It's not that hard, and the reason why I'm highlighting it, because it creates a very unique numerology when you add up these figures. Listen to me good. It creates a very interesting numerology when you add up these figures. Hey, family, if you're just joining this program, I advise you watch it from the beginning. I know sometimes we just come in and we say, oh, yes, it's live, and yeah, and we sit in, and then, you know, if it's 30 more minutes remaining, we listen to for the 30 minutes, and then we go somewhere else, when we could start it from the top and get what we miss. Because this is not one of these programs that you want to be missing half of it. Because I don't want you to leave here tonight misunderstanding what I'm saying. And I think to really grasp everything I'm saying, you need to hear everything tonight. Please, family. So don't listen to this one lazily. Like, yeah, man, the priest on, man, this, yeah, man, let me wrap up a spliff and listen. This got nice. And maybe fall asleep. No. Take this one as a study course. And hey, I'm lit tonight. When this is done, I'm going to go back and listen to the whole of it. Do that, please. Do that for I want you to comprehend this. Okay, good. Especially the Bobo Shanti priests, everyone. Good. So what you have here now, the first priest, first psalm, seventh hymn, that's 9. I didn't get that. Priest 1, Psalms 1, hymn 7, equal 9. 1 plus 1 plus 7 equal 9. Oh, okay. Second priest, priest 2, Psalms 2, hymn 1, that's 5. Third priest, just follow me, family. You can write it down to third priest, that's priest number 3. Third psalm, Psalms number 3. Second hymn, hymn number 2. That's 8. Cause 3, the priest, 3, the psalm, and 2, the hymn, equal 8. 3 plus 3 plus 2 equal 8. Oh, the fourth priest, he reads the 4th psalm. And the third hymn, that's 11. 4 plus 4 plus 3 is 11. Wow. The fifth priest gets the 5th psalm, but he gets the 4th hymn. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus the 4th hymn is 14. So his number is 14. The 6th priest, 6th psalm, but he gets the 5th hymn. 6 plus 6 plus 5 is 17. And then hear this now. The 7th priest gets the 7th psalm and the 6th hymn. And when you add those numbers together, these 3 components, you get 20. No, family, I'm not making this up, it's just my observation. This is something I observe. It's nothing wrong I'm doing. It's a reality. Every priest gets a psalm and every priest gets a hymn. That's basically it. Of course, you understand in the morning Sabbath service, it's only 2 priests read the Exodus 20 and 31. And then the 5 remaining priests read the book of the day. So that's a different max all by itself. But all priests get a hymn, you understand? And all priests get a psalm, so you get it. And I'm trying to show you that when you do the maths, as it relates to the number of the priests, the number of the psalm, and the number of the hymn, priest number 1 gets 9, priest number 2 number is 5, priest number 3 number is 8, priest number 4 is 11, priest number 5 is 14, priest number 6 is 17, and priest number 7 is 20. Simple thing. And this is what happens on the altar of King Emmanuel. King Emmanuel, this is what is seen in King Emmanuel's tabernacle. And you may be saying, boy, so what does all of this mean? Now, this is just one aspect. There's so many aspects of King Emmanuel's service, from the amount of times we turn around left. In a perfect Sabbath morning service, the amount of times you turn around left. Perfect Friday night service, the amount of times you turn around left. That's why service is really most powerful when carried out in its perfection. This is a deep science, it's deep. It's not no makeup thing King Emmanuel give us to perform. So when you add up all these numbers on the altar here, remember this is on the altar, and this is being created while the altar is in motion. The hymns and the psalms being read by the specific priests. When everything is completed, all the numbers add up to the number 84. So 84. Even if they were not in the order of the hymns, it will still come to 84. because it's a heights with how the number system is set. But now the arrangement of how King Emmanuel expressed the hymns just carried to another level. 9 plus 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14 plus 17 plus 20 is 84. 84 is what? The astronomical number. 84 is what? The celestial numeral, talking about the stars. The 7 stars in his right hand, 7. Watch me good. The 7 stars in his right hand. The 7 golden candlesticks upon the altar. That's why we highlighted Zadok, zodiac. It is those 4 constellations within the zodiac belt that represents the throne of Ra, that are exempt from the 88, that leaves you back with 84 constellations, the number of the constellations, the number of the stars, Zadok, Melchizedek. So now, on the altar, follow me here, there is more to come. The punchline hasn't come yet. Okay. On the altar of Melchizedek, when done correctly with the 7 priests in the right formation, because it cannot be done if it's 6 priests, 5 priests, and we didn't read all the Psalms and all of that kind of stuff. Unless it's done, it has to be done correctly for the altar, for the tabernacle to produce the number 84. This is science, you know. We already explained, for those who may be just coming in, the lunar cycle of the Laterus Easter cycle is 84 years. We even highlighted that and that's the depths of geometry now, the hepterac that many would be observing, the way that it has been made up. We're talking about the number 7, we're talking about the number 84, and we are still highlighting the number 5. Because what we have now, the 7 dimension, it's a 7-dimensional hypercube with 84, what you would call pentaract 5 faces. So the pentagon, as they call it, pentaract, the hepterac, 7 dimensions, so that's 7, and still dealing with the 5, and we're still highlighting 84 of them. And that's the science of the sequence of numbers. Numbers is not something for us to just play around with. And I am positive that the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards clearly has an outstanding outlook, an understanding, specifically understanding of the science of the numbers. Let's stay in the heavens. Let's stay in the heavens. We're not done. The 7th planet, which is Uranus. The 7th planet. We're talking about King Emmanuel the 70th. Remember the reason why they tried to disqualify Pluto, the 9th planet, the same planet they found when the king was coronated. Do you know when the king became the emperor of Ethiopia? That's when they found Pluto, right? The 9th planet, the smallest of the planets. The emperor is the 9th child to survive. So it goes, yeah. And all of a sudden, they're trying to disqualify Pluto. The heavens declare the glory. So let's talk about the 7th planet now. The great Uranus, which is symbolic of a god. Uranus takes 84 years. The 7th planet, eh? Check the hepterac, 7th dimension, 7th dimensional figure. The hepterac, the 7th dimensional figure. Science we're dealing with. And 84 pentaract 5 faces. That is why you have certain monuments like Angkor Thom and Angkor Wat that is built in specific ways with the four faces, 52 four-face towers. It's all geometry. So you can see, because remember, the star Venus, the planet Venus, pardon me, Venus, which is the second planet from the sun. Venus, which is the second planet from the sun. Remember, Venus makes a 5-point star every 8 years as it goes around the sun. So Venus has a specific in and out movement that when you map it after 8 years, it makes a 5-point star. This is what I'm talking about. Prince Emmanuel Charles Edward's order is not no makeup thing. Venus, 8 years, 8, 8. 8 is the number of the R. You check any ancient encyclopedia. I don't know what Wikipedia has to say about that, but the R is a Roman numeral that represents 8,000. This is deep. So the R now, the 8, that's why the 8, again, when you turn it upside down, you still get an 8. It's like Allah. When you turn Allah around, you still get Allah. Allah, Allah, Alleluia, Allah, you are Jah. So that's why Venus, after 8 years, the R makes a 5-point star. Yeah. And Uranus, the 7th planet, takes 84 years. The same number that we see on the altar of King Emmanuel. 84 when you add up the procession of the priestly expression with the Psalms and the hymn. Because it's hymn book and Bible here. Check it. Hymn book and Bible is 84. 7 planets, 7 Uranus, 84 years to go around. Do you know that it was our God and King Haile Selassie I in his 84th year that he moved from amongst us? That's Haile Selassie, 84th year. You may be trying to do the math and say, well, wait, let me see that. No, King, I think he was 83. He was already, I told you, I explained that to you already on my Earth Day, He already has begun his 84th cycle around the solar orb. So that's 84 again. That's the emperor now, Haile Selassie the first that I'm speaking of. I told you the other day I was listening to King Ija Star. Check out Ija Star Mindset Family. And he was doing a beautiful interview with King Fliego, Priest Fliego, pardon me. And the Honorable Priest Fliego gave a date that the Honorable King Emmanuel met Marcus Garvey. And although I can't give you everything off my head now, but I remember the maths. And I think he said King Emmanuel was 19 or something. And he met Marcus Garvey and he gave the date, and I did the maths right away. And because, they say King Emmanuel say, in fact, not they say, I've seen it in pamphlets where Prince Emmanuel said that he came in 1914. But the maths that the Honorable Priest Fliego gave, because Priest Fliego said, Prince Emmanuel, tell him this. And Prince Emmanuel gave him his age at a specific year. I never hear nothing like that. It's on Ija Star Mindset. I said, what? I think the year, and I'm guessing the year, it's just for me to go back to the video, but I clearly remember, and it's right there for all to hear. So when I did the maths, it brought Prince Emmanuel like being born like somewhere in 1909. The point I'm making, the Honorable King Emmanuel made a move from amongst us in 1994. And of course, as he said, he came in 1940. He didn't say he was born, he came in 1940. So I myself would have always highlighted that, well, that's 80 years, 80 years. But now, according to the maths that I was getting from the Honorable Priest Flegel, that means he would have been about 84. And listen, I'm just telling you from the maths I got, he would have been about 84 when he made the move there. If he's about 1909, he really born, wherever he born, but he say he came in 1914. I'm not trying to be dogmatic here. I'm not trying to put nothing in nobody's head. I'm just being realistic in my mathematics. So that sounds like about 84 years there. Yeah, that's why they send us to school to read and write and learn to count, isn't it? So yeah, that sounds about 84 years. Prince Emmanuel, the king Haile Selassie, disappeared from in front of the world. Nobody with their lives. When he was on his 84th cycle around the sun. Crazy, what's wrong with the eye? 84, I'm talking about 84. 84, that's the discussion tonight. The number 84. It seems like the number the gods them disappear. 84. And we're just showing you that it takes 84 years. So both Haile Selassie, the Honorable King Emmanuel, Charles Edwards, they both, if you want to say, made a move from amongst us in one perfect cycle of the planet Uranus, the 7th planet. Hey, listen, a man shall come that can read the stars in 84. And that is why, again, for those who may be just coming in, when you add up the procession of what is taking place on King Emmanuel's altar with the priests, their psalms, and their hymns, you get the number 84. All right, hold on. This, to me, is the punchline. I thought the punchline came already. No. Let's go to Psalms 84. Hear what Psalms 84 says. How amiable, we admire it, are thy tabernacles. Wow. O Lord of hosts. My soul longeth, yea, even fainted for the courts of the Lord. You see where the mind of the writer is? The tabernacles, the courts, that's the campus where the service is taking place. The courts of the Lord, my heart and my flesh cried out for the living God. Hear this. Yea, the sparrows had found a house, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young, even thine altars. Even thine altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God. Blessed are they that dwell in thy house. They will be still praising thee, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed is the man whose strength is in thee, in whose heart are the ways of them who passing through the valley of Baca make it a well. The rain also filleth the pools. They go from strength to strength, every one of them in Zion appearing before God. O Lord of hosts, hear my prayer. Give ear, O God of Jacob, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Behold, O God, our shield, and look upon the face of thine anointed. Hear this. A day in thy courts, key phrase. A day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I rather be a doorkeeper, royal guard, I rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents of wickedness. What I'm saying here, family, is this. Just in reading this, now it's easy to say, oh, come on, priest, not because it's talking about the tabernacles, because obviously that's the conversation here. The tabernacles of the Most High. To some degree, how the tabernacles and even the altars may have been neglected. But the writer is showing you, hey, listen, man, this is my joy. They're still giving praises. This is my joy. I prefer to be a doorkeeper at this tabernacle. This is my joy. I prefer to spend a day here than 1,000 out there. This is my joy, the service of the Most High. This is Psalms 84. And let me tell you, I don't care who you say put the Bible together, because even if it's the Masonic hand of Shakespeare, many things that are mystic come straight from the Most High. In fact, all mystics come from the Most High, directly inspired by the Almighty to his prophets and to his seers. But then you see, even the cunning, wicked ones like Shakespeare and King James, these ones come with their Masonic hidden agenda as well. But remember, they stole it from the ancient Africans. So instead of you just getting too emotional about King James and Shakespeare coming and twisting up the story, look for the hidden essence. So whoever made it 84, because I know many ones say, oh, it just happened to be 84. Yeah, it just happened to be 84 Psalms. And Psalms 84, it just happened to be talking about the tabernacles. And Psalms 84 just happened to be talking about the altar of the Almighty God. Just happened by chance, you know? And 84 just happened to be the number that you get when you add up the priests, when you add up the Psalms, and when you add up the hymns that are sung and that are read on King Emmanuel altar. And 84 years just happened to be the year, or the amount of years that it takes the seventh, which one? The seventh planet to go around the sun. And hear this, Haile Selassie just happened to move from our presence when he went into his 84th cycle around the sun. Just happened, eh? And according to the records of the elders, if I'm to do my maths correctly, the same thing can be said about King Emmanuel. Just happened to just move from amongst us at, you know, the timing of 84. All of this is just some happen chance business that is going on here. I guess it just happens that the sun occupies 4 constellations in its governing power of any age, which leaves 84 as 3 constellations. I guess it just happens so that the cycle from Easter to Easter would be 84 years according to the lunar cycle, all in the heavens. This is just by chance, family. They call it coincidence. That means it happens to coincide. That is why I tell you, man, it takes some real eyes, to realize we're not done, but I'm just showing you. It does take some real eyes to realize what's going on in this moment and in this time. Yeah, man, family, when I observe the order, the Honorable King Emmanuel, I'm telling you for sure, we are observing a solar order, a solar science, celestial order, celestial science that is just played out right in front of us. I think we would have done enough programs on these levels that anyone that is honest would admit that, yeah, this bubble thing is more than meet the eyes, even the bubble there. But you see, I like how Christ put it. Those that are well are not in need of a physician. So he come for those who, not just those who are sick, he come for those who can admit that they're sick. Because enough people sick in it, but they pretend they're well. Oh, I know that already. Yeah, right. Yeah. And speaking of the sick, family, remember the prosperity. Remember, we have a special on the prosperity that if you purchase 5, you get the 6th one free. I don't know, some maybe say, man, I don't need all of that, family. I don't think there's any sort of offer anywhere as sharp and as good as that. If you understand what the prosperity is, I'm not asking you, I am telling you. If you understand how healing the prosperity is, created by the Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center. I'm talking about the vitality of this product. You understand? Any one of you, I'm telling you as brothers, that is suffering from erectile dysfunction, meaning that it ain't working like it has been working maybe years gone by. Let's just talk serious. The prosperity will help. You understand? Straight up. Been to the doctor and they say, oh, inflamed prostate, swollen prostate. Hey, the prosperity will greatly assist. You can take that from me, and you can take it from anyone who would have utilized the prosperity. So remember, we have a special right now. You purchase 5, you get an extra one. You ain't got to purchase 5, you can purchase 1. Believe me, one prosperity is definitely, what would I say, dynamic. But you see, this is not a joke. This is your health. This is why it's more than prosperity. You got to check yourself and how you feast and how the lifestyle that you have. You understand? Now, because we're talking about strong erection and all of that, we're not encouraging no foolishness. You understand? Yeah, in the agency, the medicines go out from the shaman with morality too. You see what I'm saying? So this is to represent life, to represent Mem, to represent Asa, to represent the Tekken. Yeah, because a strong erected penis represents power. Nothing wrong. It's good that you wake up and it's strong and hard. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that you are going to be immoral in your actions. I know that's how the world fashion it. We don't play with them things here at all. At all. At all. We're promoting health and wellness and good social habits and morality. So let me be clear about that. That's your brother here. Yeah. But family, you need to take care of yourself. Sisters, don't wait on him. I'm telling you. Sisters, do not wait on him. Okay, let me give you a little secret here. At least try one. And you will see. And then you're gonna say, man, I should have buy all 5. So we would have had 6 now. Yeah. Check your prosperity, my family. Brothers, check your prostate in general. Yeah, give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. If you know your Bible and you do not know your history, the knowledge of your Bible will become a mystery. And of course, you know, it takes some real eyes to realize the real lives that are amongst us. Give thanks. Of course, Tiger's Nest tomorrow evening. Make sure you are in the house.
Prosperity is a herbal remedy that has been naturally designed to nourish the prostate gland. Prosperity uses a combination of leaves, roots, and barks to create a tincture designed to nourish your prostate gland. It also will assist in prostate-related issues such as erectile dysfunction, swollen prostates, and problems related to the passage of urine. Call or WhatsApp 728-8289, 728-8289 and get your bottle today. Prosperity.
And remember, the link for the website is in the description below the video. You can get your prosperity there.